Hey guys, it's your favorite creator who hasn't seen the sun in a couple days. I was looking around for some videos on some conservatives and I just found so many good ones that I just wanted to go over some of them with you together as a family. With the holiday season coming around, while we all have to do this a little bit of remotely, I decided you can let me into your home and we can have a little sit down next to the fireplace. Ooh, look at this. Look at this fireplace. Wow, that's so. Oh, please subscribe to the channel and take a dive into the wonderful world of the conservative.
Washington State is a red state. Whoa! No! We won the election! Shh. The majority of Washington State is red. The only majority that you guys have is the numbers, and that only applies to voting. We have the majority of land. It has nothing to do with the amount of people living there. We still have 40% of the population here. You have only got about 60% of it.
What else matters in an election? You think you're richer than me? Well, did you know that you only have more money than me? And that only counts for having more money, not being richer. As you know, my penis is 3 inches wide at the base. You'll never be able to have such great things as me. This is not how this works. Our squares are bigger than your squares, so we win. They're like characters in My Hero Academia, and their quirk is turning any L into a W. The mental gymnastics coming from these people is honestly Olympic tier. Keemstar just bet me that Trump will win the election. If Biden wins, he sends me $1,000. If Trump wins, I send him $20K. You know, it's not like the worst bet. You know, I mean, I personally don't think Trump will. Oh. Just so you guys know, this is like betting on a horse with a broken leg at a horse race 2 weeks after the race ended. This is dumb. This guy has a kid. Every day I feel worse and worse for this poor innocent child. And I wouldn't bet against Adam 22. I mean, Adam 22, if you didn't know, he had a crew back in the day. It was like the Wu-Tang Clan, only it was just a bunch of people named Adam, 22 of them actually. He was the last one. Sadly, the other 21 died in a horrible Golden Corral chocolate fountain accident. This guy's a fighter. Honestly, one of the funniest things about this thread isn't the fact that Keemstar willingly showed himself to have less than 5 brain cells firing in his head. It's all the people who actually unironically believe that this is a good idea to do. Well, you better have 20K ready. And this guy, he's just laughing at him. Have you been paying attention to stuff? Because I have. What do you mean stuff? Just things? I'm supposed to be walking outside and see like the rustling in the trees, the wind blowing the blades of grass, and understand that Joe Biden has no chance of winning the election. What are you talking about? I love how all these conservatives act like they've opened their third eye and they see the things that no other can see. This is the digital version of wearing a tinfoil hat. Honestly, I think this one is one of my favorites. The low resolution, the sans font, the slightly ISIS iconography, it really pulls it together into something that I just love. Rafael Cruz. We all know through the millennia that so many people have fought and died for such great traditions than eating a dry ass bird so incredibly bad that it has to be paired with jelly sugar berry juice to be made anywhere near edible, or drowned in gravy so it just turns into a freaking stew instead of meat paired by itself.
Now liberals want to cancel Thanksgiving. I guess they ran out of other things to hate. And now that they say we shouldn't go to Thanksgiving, now I'm going. Because you can't pass the potatoes on Zoom.
You can't pass the yams on Zoom. You know what you also can't pass on Zoom? COVID. I love how hard these conservatives go on making sure that you kill your grandma by giving her COVID this holiday season. They want everybody to go over to everyone else's house, just be bar hopping from one house to the next, French kissing each other. Everyone takes a moment to lick the doorknob as they're coming through.
Fox News daytime ratings have completely collapsed. Very sad to watch this happen. But they forgot the word.
I'll never be able to get over that. Angry Fox News Santa speaking in tongues to me. Why is this guy talking to us like a Power Rangers villain? This is why we never should have given boomers the internet. Hey guys, totally not a cult, just so you know. Totally not a cult.
Fox is doing this thing where all of their anchors are like, well, Sidney Powell and Rudy Giuliani, they can come and show us the evidence that they have. And there are people with such cognitive dissonance about Tucker Carlson, but Fox in a more general sense, that they actually think that that's an attempt to be helpful in the legal sense. None of you should be lawyers. Because if you think that it's a good idea to go into pending litigation and literally hand the person that you're litigating against all of your evidence by talking about it on national TV so that they can effectively formulate a counter-argument because they have that material, instead of hiding it from them to the best of your ability in hopes that they can't provide a defense, you're nuts.
Listen, I love Phoenix Wright as much as the next guy. I played Ace Attorney, but that's not how law works.
So when you're talking about the claims and defenses in the case, you have to disclose that up front. You also have to disclose a copy or description of all documents, electronically stored information, tangible things that the disclosing party has in its possession, custody, or control, and may use to support its claims or defenses. You have to disclose the documents. You have to disclose the evidence that you're going to use to support your case. So when you see an election fraud claim, you must not only plead with particularity exactly what fraud you saw up front, you must also disclose the evidence that you have in the beginning of the case.
He has to be lying. He doesn't believe this. No way a person actually believes this. Does this guy think that you go into court the same way you go into like a Yu-Gi-Oh duel? You don't tell them what cards you have? You set down freaking trap cards? No possible way. He cannot believe this. No, I don't believe it. I don't want to believe it. Maybe that's why he doesn't think Trump can lose, because he thinks he's working with his grandfather's deck. I mean, Trump is a billionaire. I know he loves pot of greed.
You're in the home. The safest thing you can do is to confine the activities in your own home with the immediate occupants of that home.
No. It's acting as if safety is the only thing that you only factor in your life.
Everybody dies
there's
at
safety
some point.
and there's
If
and
not
that's fine,
Thanksgiving
yeah.
and Christmas, put it this way. When people say what's most important, people say your health. Now I get it, your health, but I don't know. Like when we say your health, it means something severe. Not okay, so your health, but doesn't mean that it negates everything else on the list. It's not all negated by, which is the case for most people with COVID.
Everybody dies at some point. This guy's taking the smoker's route. This guy brings alcohol into the studio just so he can drink and drive on his way home, because everybody dies at some point. These guys look at a global pandemic and go safety third. These guys, they're like, oh, listen, I'll be okay. This is a little dive into lots of the conservatives' minds. They think of themselves. They only think of themselves when it comes to COVID. They don't care about anybody else. They know, oh, I'll probably be okay. Who cares about you? If your kid is immunodeficient, I'm going to make sure to sneeze in his face. I mean, I got to sneeze somewhere. Who cares? Listen, everybody dies sometime. They don't care about any other people. This is what we're talking about when we say conservatives. Lots of conservatives don't care about any other people. This is what we mean. That other human beings don't even factor into their analysis. As someone who's supposed to call themselves Christian, you're supposed to care about what other people can go through, what your actions can cause, how it can hurt other people's lives. But just Christian when it comes to clamping down on other people's lives and liberty. But when it comes to his, oh, listen, hey, everybody dies sometime. And that's about all I got for you today. Thanks for everybody for watching. I really appreciate you. Take care. If you liked the video, make sure to hit the subscribe button. You can check us out over on Twitch, where we stream almost every single day. Try to please wear a mask. Don't group up too big. Limit the people that you have to be around in your life, and take care, okay? I'll see you all later.